Good evening, my name is Marian Rupp, and today I'm going to be talking about why the Arabian Horse Association does not need to require genetic testing on diseases that affect their breed. So, there are two genetic diseases out there that are very important in the Arabian horse industry. One is severe combined immunodeficiency, and the other is lavender foal syndrome. These diseases are both lethal diseases that are genetically inherited. They also have genetic tests available on the market right now. In severe combined immunodeficiency, the foal is born with an inability to produce any kind of immune response because their immune system is non-functional. In lavender foal syndrome, the foal is not able to metabolize nutrients because their digestive tract is non-functional. Both of these diseases are recessive diseases, and they can be tested. Recessive disease is a disease that requires both parents to be carriers in order for the offspring to be affected. Carrier horses are horses that are carriers of the disease but don't exhibit the disease. They don't show symptoms. Affected horses have two carrier genes and they are affected by it, and you see all the symptoms. The reasons that the Arabian Horse Association doesn't need to require genetic testing is because most breeders are responsible enough to test their breeding stock before they breed them. The tests are significantly cheaper than having to care for an affected foal, so to make the best economic decision on their own, they choose to have their stock tested that they believe could possibly be a carrier. Two things that the Arabian Horse Association could do to encourage breeders to test their stock is basically just to encourage them. Make people aware of what these diseases are and how economically detrimental they are, how it costs so much to care for an affected foal. Most of the time, reasonable people will understand that it's cheaper to buy a $200 test than it is to pay $5,000 and lose upwards of $6,000 on a foal that has no chance of surviving. Another way the Arabian horse industry could encourage testing is by offering incentives. Make testing your first horse free and other horses at discounted rates, or encourage testing all of your stock by giving multiple discounts, stuff like that, where you can give a monetary incentive for testing your horses. The best solution is to give a monetary incentive to get your horses tested. The reason why is because people love to save money, period. We do. It's human nature. We want to save money and we want to do what's best. But we don't always believe we have the money to do it. So if you offer some kind of discount and make these tests easily available, then people are much more likely to do it. For the most part, breeders are already testing, but by offering an incentive, a monetary incentive, it would just increase the number of horses that get tested, and by getting horses tested, breeders can make an informed decision so that they never have to live the anguish of producing an affected foal that is never going to survive.